Today we are going to see about saline soil. Saline soils nothing but it have a higher amount of soluble salts. Soluble salts mean it contain chloride and sulfate uh, of sodium, calcium and magnesium. It means it contains sodium chloride, magnesium sulfate and calcium sulfate like that. These are the soluble salts present in saline soils. This soil contain mostly chloride and sulfate salts only. Measure some of the characters of the saline soil. EC lesson 4. Next, ESP mean exchangeable sodium percentage. It have more than 15. Then pH is more than 8.5. The saline soils are formed due to the process is called salinization. Mainly occur in semi-arid and arid zones. These areas mostly occur in the saline soil formation. Salinization means accumulation of soluble salts in surface of the soils at surface horizons. The saline soils otherwise called as white alkali or brown alkali soils. Next, affected areas of saline soils. In Tamil Nadu, there are 13 million hectares are cultivable land. About 1.6 million hectares are affected by different problems like salinity, sodicity, and acidity soils. And then 0.04 lakhs hectares are affected in this salinity problem soils in Tamil Nadu. What are the factors behind this formation of these saline soils? First one is arid and semi-arid climates. The climate is the major role in formation of saline soil. This region like low rainfall and high evaporation areas affected for this salinity problem. Next one is humid and semi-humid regions. These areas normally have poor drainage and undergo water table very close to surface, so salts are easily come out to surface areas, so easily affected by salinity problem. Next one is parent material. Normally saline parent rocks, some rocks have more salt, so naturally these soils are saline soils. And some basic fertilizers like alkaline fertilizers like sodium nitrate, basics like these fertilizers are developed acidity in the soil. These fertilizers have more salts, so normally continuous application that a particular field go to salinity problem. Next one is groundwater. So groundwater is an important factor for salinity. In arid region, groundwater normally have more salt in nature, so groundwater carry these salts to the surface by irrigation. Next, salt deposit of wind. In arid region near the sea areas, heavy wind uh, deposit the salts from sea to near the lands. Example, Rajasthan areas. Then poor drainage soils. During high rainfall, the surface salts are leached and deposited into lower layers. Then lower layers contain these salts. After evaporation, the salts are deposited in the lower layers only. So lower layers are affected by these salinity problems. Then intrusion of seawater. Low-lying areas near the sea areas, seawater enters into the low-lying area soils, then salts are deposited in that areas. So what are the physical problems or physical constraints due to salinity problem? Soils are flocculated and permeable to the water and air. So soils are always dispersion stage. The soils are not settled due to this salinity problem. And structure cannot alter the structure. Then soil contain white crust or white patches on the surface of the soil. Then patchy growing the crops. Then white spot in the bars. Then smaller leaves, yellow color like that. Then similar to drought condition. Drought condition, plants are drying and wilting like that. So the same conditions occur due to these saline problems. This is a salinity scale. Non-saline means 0 to 2. Less saline, so no effects. Then slightly saline to 4. Yield of sensitive crops can be affected, and moderately sensitive 4 to 8. Yield definitely will affect crops. Then strongly saline 8 to 16. Only some of the tolerant crops only can grow. Then very strongly saline more than 16. Only few tolerant crop can be grow. So what are the effects due to salinity in the soil and plants? White incrustation on the surface of the soil. So soil salinity affect the osmotic potential of the soil solution. So plant cannot uptake this water from the roots. Then nutrients also. So normally plants will dry in this condition. This picture show the water intake in the salinity time. Normal time easily or more water intake from the root. In salinity condition, less water intake from the roots. Then other low microbial activity due to this salinity problem. Low microbial activity means so decomposition of organic matter process is very slow in this condition. So what is the management, what is the reclamation process? The salinity is a main reclamation is leaching. Okay, leaching is a main practice for this salinity. First one is flooding and leaching of soluble salt. So you can pond it with a good quality water to your field and stagnate for some other time, then leach that water. During this time, salts are dissolved with a good quality water and leach with that water. Then scraping up surface. We already discussed about surface white patches. How to remove this? You can scrap by the use of JCB or tractor with a front blade. You can scrapping with this instrument for removing the salts. Then sowing the seed in furrows. So water evaporate in the highest surface area. So we can sow the seeds in the lowest area like furrows. Then use of organic manures. So organic manures have more water holding capacity. So more water means it can dissolve the salt. So we can apply the organic manure to manage this salinity problem. Just plowing and leveling the land increase the infiltration and percolation rate. So plowing it means it disturb the soil and it break the soil structure, then it create more aeration to the soil and easily it is loose soil, so you can easily infiltrate the water and percolation rate also. Then more salts mean it will easily leach and go to the ground. then retardation of water evaporation. It means slow down the evaporation of water. It will help the salt accumulation to the soil. Then fertilizer management, we can add addition of 20 to 25% of nitrogen fertilizer for to reduce the deficiency of this soil. And addition of organic manure and compost, green manure and green leaf manuring to control the or manage this salinity problem. Then crop management for the salinity problem. There are different salinity tolerant crops are there. First one is high level soil salinity tolerant crops. These are the crops: cotton, ragi, barley, sugar beet, beetroot, lucerne, remoda, grass, saline grass, spinach. These are the crops grown in high salinity areas. It can tolerant to this high salinity, so we can grow these crops. Then these are the crops are medium level salinity tolerant crops like paddy, wheat, onion, maize, sunflower, castor, grapes, pomegranate, tomato, cabbage, and potato. These are the crops grown on medium level salinity condition. Then these crops are low level salinity tolerant crops like garden beans, radish, lime, black gram, green gram. These are the crops are very sensitive to salinity, so we can grow in low salinity areas. We can choose according to this soil salinity level. So some of the soil and cultural management, we can grow the crops in raised beds, then planting the seeds in slopy ridges. You can avoid the accumulation of salts. Then mulching is main practice to prevent the evaporation of the soil moisture. Then providing drainage to the waterlogging area. Drainage is an important practice for salinity management. Then irrigation management, we can mix with good quality of available water, so we can avoid the effect of this salinity problem. Then alternate furrow irrigation system, it can use for this salinity problem. Then drip irrigation system and sprinkler system can avoid these salinity problems. Then drainage is the main control measure for this salinity problem.